Hey guys, hey. Okay, so we are going to do a video showing how to make the witch that I did that everybody absolutely loved. It's super simple. Feel free though to use other things that you guys have on hand. So for example, the body and the head that I use for the witch is a ball, a styrofoam ball, which it is the number 5. I know it's backwards. It's the number 5 ball, and then I used the number 9 cone. And I will tell you all just a little tip. Hobby Lobby does have them just a tad cheaper than what Walmart does. Now this is probably not the most cost-effective way to do it. There are other things that you guys could use if you wanted to. Styrofoam can be a little pricey. This ball, the number 5 ball, was $3.49. I did take some pictures of the ones at Walmart. I believe they were almost $5, maybe not quite that much. But yeah, so Hobby Lobby is just a little bit cheaper on their styrofoam. Now, I will give you another idea too. Right now, since it is around Christmas time, and you also have the paper mache area, unless they get rid of it. Don't know what's going on with Hobby Lobby, but you can check out your Michaels and stuff too. I'm not sure what they have, but these work just as well. You can get a paper mache cone, and then right now, you know, they have all the ornaments and stuff like that now too. Like this was $1.99. Everything is half off. So there is another little tidbit for you guys to use as well. And then if you have another way of making, I mean, you can make your own paper mache ball. If you want to do that, that's easy to do too. Okay, so with this styrofoam, since this is the thicker stuff, I did kind of notch out just a little bit of hole for that to sit on. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy so far, right? If you wanted to, you could put a little bit of glue down in here as well. Not quite warm, but it'll work. You could also do that. It's not necessary, but just in case you wanted to. So right now we just have the styrofoam ball and the styrofoam cone. Again, we're doing our little witch. So then the next thing to decide is what type of fabric you want to use for your witch. We are going to do homespun, more in the little primitive type of fabric. So just, you know, drape it. So this is personal preference. So when you're draping yours, I like mine to kind of hit the ground and spread out a little bit. So just take your fabric, lay it over it, you know, and then cut, okay? And then cut. Like when you drape it over your ball, like so, like I'm doing right now, you know, you kind of want to go around the neck a little bit just to make sure you still have the amount of drapage hitting the ground that you want. So I think that actually looks really good. And then, you know, we gotta do a little bit of cheesecloth. So I got the creepy cloth from the Dollar Tree. So we're just gonna open it up. No, she's not being creepy or, you know, anything like that really. She's gonna be a little bit primitive, a little bit of spooky, maybe a little bit of spooky. But now I also, in the previous video, it was actually an auction where I had done one of these. She was doubled. I like to do things where, you know, you can change things out. So nothing is glued really or secured down at all. And if primitive is your thing, this is perfect to use. Just take your creepy cloth off. And then what I did was I had angel wings that would attach to the back of her, and then a little halo to go on the top of her. So then you have an angel. Then you have your little primitive angel that can stay out all year. So just get creative, then that way, you know, you're not packing stuff up, you're not having to buy all kinds of extra stuff. Just make it to where you can change things out. Let's actually pull that up a little bit. Now for me, this does not necessarily have to be as long as my fabric. Again, personal preference. Personal preference. And then we're gonna go through, and it doesn't have to be a straight cut. Does not have to be perfect, y'all. Nothing in life is, right? Okay. So there is that. And then, so you still have quite a bit left over. You have plenty to do another one with that as well. Now, let's take this for now. We'll probably add some more. Then what I did is I just took some fabric, some muslin, and we're gonna go around where the neck is just to give it a little definition. I do not do it super tight. So I don't want that much definition. Okay, so then let me turn her to you. So this is, we have the start of our witch. Isn't it looking so cute? I like it. And then something else that I did just to kind of poof out her sides a little bit is just, I took a little skewer and I'm gonna go under and we're just gonna poof out her arm to where her arms would be, because we will make a broom as well, and I will go through that too. So you just kind of put it, so see how she is now? That one little arm is sticking out. That's what she's gonna hold her broom with. And then the other one, you can go in and do it the same size. You can make it go out the same way. You do it however you want to do it. Whoops. Fumble. You can make it, you know, go down, go up, whatever you want. So really, I just stick it in, and wherever it ends up being, that's where it ends up being. Ooh, I'm loving this. All right, are you guys ready? Let me pick her up. So see, look at how simple that is. 7 minutes and we've done this. We've made the start of our witch, and that's with me jibber jabbering. Super easy, easy peasy, right? All right, so there's that. Now I will start showing you how I created the witch's hats, and then I will pause it and probably work on that a little bit. Do all the fast forward stuff if I can figure it out. You know, all that fun stuff. Okay, so let's go over the witch's hat. So, paper, y'all. I used the butcher block paper, brown paper. I did cut out 2. I don't know if I need them both, but this is gonna be like the brim of our hat. And we do need to cut the little circles, so I saved that, you know, so it'll sit on our head. But, let's do the fun stuff first. So I crinkled, and I think what I'll do is we're just gonna start with this piece first. Crinkle it up. And then too, this is where you guys can get creative with your hat as well. All right. So paper or cardboard, whatever you want. And this is just, you know, the packing paper. And I have 2 lunch sacks. Okay, so let's leave this. So here we have our messy, crinkly beginnings of a primitive hat. Then we're gonna do the same thing with our bags. We're gonna open them up, we're gonna crinkle them up. Make lots of noise. Oh, tear it. You know, do all the things. So I did double bag these. You may not need to. Again, it's personal preference. I am going to stuff it just a little bit. So we're going to stick that one in here. You know, just to give it, just make it a little bit thicker. These are just cheap little Dollar Tree lunch bags, right? Do that. Then some stuffing. You don't need a lot. I just wanted a little bit. You may not even want it, but it just kind of gives it, you know, the poofiness. I wanted a nice, like, thick little brim up there, or little notch up there. Some more in. I pull my stuffing apart and kind of flukes it out a little bit. Makes your nose itch. That's a little too much. So then you can kind of squish it down however you want it. Again, this is yours, you do you. Okay, so then we're gonna have it like this. But we are gonna twist and turn. Do the same up here. Just give it a good little twist. You can now see what we're in. Look at that, isn't that looking cute? And again, so this is primitive, you guys. This isn't supposed to be smooth and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's funky, and then you can go in and we are going to just kind of tear a little here and a little there to kind of flip out the sides. And then we're gonna decide how exactly we want to put it. Like, and I want it tilted. I don't want it straight up, okay? My preference right there. I'm gonna pull a little bit of the stuffing down here. That just makes sure that that stays secure, that it doesn't fold in or anything on itself. Okay, and then I'm just going around where I kind of tore the paper out. We're gonna go down and around, press it in. And then once you cut your hole, if you need to go back in and kind of poof your thing a little bit, you can. You can still manipulate it. You can do all the things. Now, the one thing I did not do is we should have cut a hole by pinching the paper like so and doing that. Then we have our little notch. Even though this is a pre-record video, apparently video brain is a thing as well. Because I do want this to be able to sit down on her head. Well, add a glue booger. And if you cut outside of where you put your little cone, you know, that's okay. That's easily fixable as well. Easily fixable as well. And yeah, I know there's probably some of you saying, oh my gosh, you should have did it like this, like this. Yeah, I probably should have, but you know what? To each their own. And there's all kinds of ways to do stuff, right? If there's a hard way, it's probably going to be the way that I go. And that's fine. So I need to cut it just a little bit more to get it to sit down on her head. But, oops. So as you see, here is the start of our little witch. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this outside and I'm just gonna spray paint it. I'm gonna spray paint mine a dark brown. Now, you kind of see like this. So what I did do before I spray painted it is I wanted it a little more rougher. You know, like this was supposed to be, was meant to be there. So then what I did is I took some of the extra paper that I had from cutting out the templates and I just tore them. You guys, roughed up the edges and I just kind of tore them, gluing them down all over. That makes this a little bit stiffer as well. And then if you do end up cutting the hole out a little bit bigger than what the bag is sitting over, then that's gonna cover it up as well. So, and I just go around the whole thing, just doing that, just to give it another little extra layer and a little something something. I like all the torn, ragged, jaggedness of the piece. So, keep that in mind. And then, you know, like I said, as you cut your hole and you get an idea of how you want your hat to be, if you need to add more stuffing, twist it to make it tilt more if you want it to tilt more. Y'all, you can't get any easier than this, and I think it's cool. Just wait until I spray paint it. Just wait until I spray paint it and do all that fun stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go spray paint this baby, and then I'll be back and we'll finish it up, and we'll finish her up and show you, easy peasy. All right, you guys, I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, welcome to the Crafty Farmers. All right, we're gonna continue with our witch. I did not come back yesterday because mom life and farm life was the calling my name, as is today as well, but we're back. We're back. Okay, so here's our ghost, our witch. If I have done that, y'all, I am so sorry. We are making a witch, not a ghost. But same concept if you want to make a ghost. But anyways, okay. So we left off with this. You guys can go back to the beginning of the video and you can see how we did this. Super easy. It was very quick. And then we went over how to do our hat. And remember, just, this is all personal preference. I just used brown paper and measured out like a bit how big I wanted the brim of the hat and everything to be on the witch. And you can always downsize because remember I crinkled this up. So it shrinks up just a little bit. So always cut just a little big because you can always trim that up. If you cut too short, yeah, you're kind of screwed. So, all right. So we put it together while I was on here yesterday, and then I went out and I spray painted it. So this is, again, more primitive, going on the primitive side of things. I added like some chopped up, crinkled up brown paper on top of this piece as well, which I believe we did a little bit of that in the previous video too. And then I just kind of crinkled. It is stuffed a little bit under here. I did not spray, like some of my stuff isn't completely covered, which is fine. I did that on purpose. That's for me. And y'all don't have to do this color. You can do whatever you want. You can go black. You can do, you can do purple. If you want to do purple, you do purple. And we did cut a hole so that we could put it on. And then you just kind of decide which side you like, you want your hat. And then you just kind of put it on her head. Oh, well, hello. Hello, Murphy. Isn't she so cute? Yeah, you don't get this. Go away. Murphy. He wants to be in the video too. Stop. He's like, you're not listening. So look, so here she is so far. Isn't she so stinking cute? Okay. That was it with the hat. Just brown paper, a little stuffing, and you don't have to do the stuffing if you don't want to. That's just for this to keep its form. Now you can do like a layer of Mod Podge and everything over it to kind of stiffen up the paper more if you want it to. This is fine. This is perfectly fine for me. Now, one of the other things I am going to do, just like I did for the one that I auctioned off for the event, is we are going to put a little creepy cloth over. You guys hear the growling? That's the little doggy, Skittles, kind of growling at Murphy. Okay, let me kind of turn so y'all can see a little bit more. Let's see. So then we're just going to kind of cut it. And again, this does not have to be cut perfectly. I am just going around You can go back and trim it. You can pull it around the brim of the hat if you want to. All right, I'm gonna turn her back towards me just for a minute. I'm gonna kind of gather it up just a little bit up in there, kind of make it all connect with one another. Trim off a little bit of that. So there's that. Isn't she cute? Then, girl, I swore I had all my stuff together. I am going to darken up the hat just a little bit so that it isn't as matchy-matchy with down here. And I'm going to be messy. I'm going to go in with my hands, and I like the Chalk Teak by Howard's. It goes a long way. And you can always take it off of your hat and do it as well. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll put it back on. Let's kind of darken it up, and we're just gonna do this. And I'll get the little strings out of there. Roll it around. Y'all, I ain't afraid to get messy. Not afraid to get messy. And I'm just barely tapping it in there. This stuff will last you, the Howard's wax will last you a very long time. You don't need a lot of it. And then I'm just kind of smushing it around, spreading it out, making this even more raggedy. So see, it's a little darker. Now, let's kind of go back in. And then if you need to go back in and add some more wax, you can. This step is optional. Just something that I like to do. I'm just kind of squeezing it around my bag a little bit. I like that little piece. I like how it got a little stringy around the edges there. Let me close this up. So see, just a little darker, nothing drastic, just a little bit. You can coffee stain or tea stain your creepy cloth too, if you like. Again, it is all personal preference. Okay. And then I keep some baby wipes on hand. So we'll just kind of do that. I like her hat tilted a little bit. And then my idea, let's see. And you can go back in and you kind of crinkle and adjust the hat as needed. You bend up your little brim of your hat if you want to. Okay. So there she is. Isn't she looking so cute? Okay, so next, make sure, let me turn her. So she's gonna get a little bow to go on her hat. We're gonna tie some more stuff around her little neck as well. Just some drapies. Let's make a broom. Okay, so this is the little dowel rod. This is more of the brown paper. So all I did was take some of the brown paper, wrapped it around, formed a little cone shape. The purpose of this is just to give it a little bit of body. Then you're not using as much of the yarn, which this is actually a mop head. So let me show you. This is what it looked like before. So one mop head. I haven't used all of it yet. Nice and bright white. And then all I did was pull the strings out. Y'all, it's so easy to pull these dang darn things out. So here's your string. Pull it out. Unravel your pieces. Easy peasy. So I already have some that are coffee stained. I tea stained mine. I tea stained these. And then I baked them. So, and I baked them pretty warm so that they kind of crisp up. And some of them get like a little charred and stuff. And again, it is all just personal preference. And then I just kind of double up a couple and go around and I just glue them on here. And then go around, add some more if I need to. Actually, before we do that, so another thing is you can paint your stick. So I'm going to do that. If I can quit making a mess over here. Let's do that super duper quick. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do mine in black. And really, I'll just show you, and then I'll pause it because y'all don't need to watch me paint, since this is a recorded video and a fight with the paint too, right? This is when you get to hit the pause button or the fast forward button. I think this booger might be empty. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna paint my stick real quick. And then I'm gonna go around and I'm going to start putting some of the mop head strings all around here and gluing them on, okay? Easy peasy, keep going around, layer them if you wanna layer them. Again, dowel rod and some brown paper. Just wrapped it around to form a cone shape to give it just a little bit extra fullness instead of just a stick. All right, I'll be back. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you, so I did a quick go around so you can kind of see there. And then I glued up here just a little to hold them in place and then draped them down. And some of them, this first initial layer, I did kind of glue at the bottom, just a little tip at the bottom. That kind of holds these ones in place. And then the rest of the ones that we do, we'll just kind of glue up at the top and then just keep, let them be flowy, okay? I just kind of wanted to show you how I started mine off. There's the stick painted. At the end, we'll do a little extra something to the stick as well. So, all right, so there's that. I'll be back. Hey, sweet friends, I'm back. Okay, so here's our broom. Isn't it so stinking cute? Now, I went ahead and I wrapped mine with just some fabric. Same fabric that we draped over our witch. I did take mine all the way up to the top. Some people leave a little bit of this showing as well. This time I just wrapped it to the top. We're gonna do a little something to the stick anyway, so I didn't think it really mattered. I'm just trying something a little different. So, isn't it cute? And she's gonna end up holding it. So, we're gonna take this, another piece of the paper. Well, this is one of my favorite parts, just crinkling paper. Just the packing paper, y'all. You can get this at your Dollar Tree. You can also get this at Walmart, down the packing aisle. It is, of course, a little more pricey, but it's also thicker as well. All right, so I just tore a strip. Y'all, now I'm just going to take it and we're gonna twist it. So it's crinkled and now we're twisting, okay? So kind of like an old, thick, spooky, I don't know if you want to call it spooky, but you know, kind of like a vine type thing, all right? Easy peasy. So, oh yeah, we have plenty. Okay, so next, let me get some more black paint. We're gonna take our little sponge. I love using the Dollar Tree car sponges. And we are gonna go through here. And then just kind of just hit it with the paint in places. Not fully coated, which is why I went ahead and crinkled and twisted and all of that, because I don't want like that full coverage. I want it to hit the edges, the crinkles, you know, all that kind of stuff. You can also use, if you have wax, you can use wax instead of paint as well. I just had the black paint out here. So we'll use it and just kind of twist. So see, nothing too crazy. Still have a lot of the brown. You got some of the black on there. Let's get in here. Okay. Then we're gonna kind of we're gonna glue it down in there a little bit. Now, if you guys decide, you know, you have some bare spots in your mop or whatever, you can still go back and you can add in extra strings. Just go in underneath. Go in underneath, stick them up and give them, you know, just a little top piece of little glue. So don't fret if it ends up not being as full as you want it to be. You can fix that. Okay, then we're just gonna kind of wrap it around. I like that, I do like that. Okay, so now let's cut this part off and we're just gonna glue it down over the tip. Now I still have a ton of mop strings left and I've made two brooms with it so far. So this will get you quite a bit of brooms. If you want to make some little witches brooms. A little bit more. The dogs are outside just balking. And then if you don't like how loose it is, you can always glue it more onto your piece as well. Isn't that cute? And like I did mine real loose. Like you can tighten it up. You can do whatever you want. Make it your own. And then if you need to add more black, you can go back in and you can add some more black in there. Whoop. And I may... I was debating. Isn't that cool? Don't you just like that? I love that. Okay. I actually think I want a little bit more black. Bear with me. Bear with me. Just get it a little bit. Oop, I knocked the top off. That's okay. I just had it tacked on. And then you can always put like a little, you could do a little, what am I trying to say? A bow. You could do a little bow in your broom too if you want. Make it your own. I love doing the little paper. I love it. I may go in and tighten mine up just a tad. Just a tad. And we're gonna add a little piece of glue right in here. So see, that's what I was saying to y'all. You may end up tacking it. I want it just a tad bit tighter. Okay, so now we're gonna take it. Remember, we have the little skewers underneath. And we are going to wrap up just a little higher. Is that how I want it? I'm gonna do that. Just like so. Whoop, I keep getting stuck on my creepy cloth. Oh, hold on. Let me hold that for a second. Give me a second. Isn't that cute? I love it. How's it look in the thing? All right, so here we are so far. Let me kind of hold her up. Whoop. I need to push it down on there more. So there's her little broom, and I've got this folded in. I'm just holding her up. There's her little hat. Okay, so next, we're still not done, but I'm gonna pause y'all again. You know, then you can kind of adjust whenever she's standing up how you want your broom to be displayed. Isn't it cute? Isn't that just so cute? I love the broom. You know, fan out her little strings. Now, you can just do a tassel too if you want. Just make a tassel. For me, it takes a whole lot more string to get that poofiness that I want. So that's why I do it my way. So there's lots of different ways you guys can do your stuff too. This is just the Misty way. All right, so there's that. All right, I'm gonna pause you. The next thing we're gonna do, so she's got a broom. I'm gonna go tear some strips of fabric, and we're going to just do some draperies down here, and then we're gonna make a little bow to go up on her hat. And then I think she's done. And then if you feel too like this needs to be darker, if you want it darker, you can do it darker. You know, it's easy peasy, even afterwards. All right, guys, I will be back again. Hope you're enjoying this. Okay, guys, we are back. We are gonna finish this little booger up. Isn't it cute? Okay, so I figured I'd go ahead and do the bow with y'all. You might not need this part, so if you don't want to watch me do the bow, then you can just fast forward to the end. I will also stick some finished pictures in here. But isn't it so cute? Our lovely little witch. Y'all, I know I've probably called it a ghost many times in this video, and I do apologize. I don't know why. But okay, so all I'm doing is taking fabric strips. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We're gonna do some different ones. I will cut that off here at the end. We're just gonna go in, do several different pieces. You can even, if you guys wanted to, we can try it. I was just thinking, the creepy cloth too. We could throw some of that in here. Let's see what we get. Throw a little bit of this in just to break up some of the stuffs. Okay, let's go in with our homespun again. And again, y'all, you have probably made little bows a million gazillion times. So if you want to fast forward through this, you can. I decided to do it, you know, just for those who don't like making bows like me. You can do it. We're just doing a fun, simple little rag bow type thing on this guy or girl. And we're leaving it at that. I struggle with bows, which is the reason why we are using the Bowdabra. So if you struggle too, get yourself a Bowdabra. It comes with instructions and stuff. I never looked at them. Never looked at them. But I'm sure it goes through and tells you how to do, you know, all kinds of fun, different ones. That's kind of fun. That is kind of fun in there. It is, it is. Let's go back in. Y'all hear the dogs? Oh my goodness, I tell you. Every time. And there's the little dog. She's like, I'm going to go put the big dogs in their place. You know, the funny thing is she's the only little dog The rest of them are big dogs. And they listen to her. They do. And then let's go in with another piece of the homespun. And then I think that might be it, y'all. And let's just do 2 loops. We'll just do 2 loops. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. I hope you guys have had a great day. I know there's probably lots of editing I can do to these videos, but y'all, I'm gonna just put them on like I've done them. You can go through and fast forward and stuff if you need to, you know, do all those things. All right. Let's kind of see. And pull all the things. You can even spread out some of the creepy cloth. Get it all spread out. I kind of like it there, honestly. I didn't mean for it to end up like that, but happy little accidents, right? Let's cut that down. And then I'm leaving the loops. You can go back through and you could cut your loops if you wanted to. But we're gonna just leave this all kind of messy like the rest of it. Like we could do it like that. Might need, so if you're gonna do your creepy cloth, you need to add in some extra creepy cloth. I think we will. I kind of like it. And then we can adjust some of those a little bit to bring that out. And then we have some buttons to put in the middle. Let's cut that. I do kind of like you. Or you. Do y'all sit and have conversations? I kind of like the bigger one. Let's go with this one. So let's glue this baby right smack dab in the middle. And then something else, y'all. So a lot of my florals, when I do florals and stuff, come from Surrey Circle Home. This is Spanish moss. Y'all, look at this, my primitive friends. Y'all, go to Surrey Circle Home. You gotta snatch some of this stuff up. It's amazing, it's not messy. It adds so much to your pieces. Use the code CF, as in Crafty Farmers 10, CF10, and it'll get you a little extra discount. But I love this stuff. Comes in a big bush, and I just take pieces out. I mean, you can use it in the bush, or you can take pieces out of it. I could have put this in the little bow thing before I closed it up and wrapped it up, but y'all know, I'm gonna go the hard way. And I'm just gonna glue it down for right now. And then I can go back in and I can add an extra piece of twine. Even though I've already put my button on, I can still go back in. Don't ever get discouraged and be like, oh man, I just done this. Y'all, things are easy. It's just hot glue. Heat it up with your heat tool. Pop your stuff off. Don't get discouraged. Everything is fixable. Everything is fixable. So we have some of this. I love the little creepy cloth in there. I think it adds, I may add a little bit more of the Spanish moss to it once I get it in. Let's do some of this in there too. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then if you don't want to wrap a piece of jute around it, another thing you can do is just take a little extra piece of your fabric and lay that over it too, if you just want to make sure that it's secured. We're gonna go all kinds of, yeah. Add a little bit more glue. And then, like I said, y'all could just do this too. Just take a little piece of fabric. And that just kind of secures it all to the fabric that's on the back as well. So, everything's fixable. Everything is fixable. You down. Whoopsie. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put her right there. I'm going to adjust that piece a little bit. Okay. All right, now we're gonna hold it. Now we're gonna hold it. Love, 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 love. And then this is where, once you get it on, you can go back and you can add like your little sprigs of the moss and the Sweet Annie and all the things. Oh, I love that. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Ugh. Hey, I'm not live, but I'm doing a pre-recorded video.
That's when it comes way back to people.
No, I'm not live. Yeah. Just a pre-recorded video that I can just post. So here's our little cute, which I'll be out in just a second. Okay. I think he's missing waving at the people on the live. He is. All right, you guys, let's rip some. Actually, maybe we should just do, no, let's throw a piece of this in and then we'll throw in some more of the muslin to go around her neck. Let's take that piece off. And just kind of make just a little tie thing to go around her little neck. Let's go ahead and put another piece of this in there. And you don't have to do this. This is just me. Maybe just one piece. Okay. I kind of, I'm all tangled. right. And I want them kind of different lengths, so just a little something there in the front. All right. Y'all playing with the bow was the hardest part of the whole thing, huh? Isn't she darling? You can even be even extra and throw some lights in underneath the creepy cloth if you wanted to. But let's see if I can get her in the picture or in the camera. Floof out our little broom. So stinking cute. I love the broom. I absolutely, positively love the broom. I hope that you guys do too. I hope that you're inspired to make something, y'all. Again, super easy, super duper stinking easy. Our witch hat is out of brown paper, brown packing paper. So you can do it. You can do it. And then we just did, y'all go back and watch the video. Y'all can see. Super easy. The broom, what, maybe cost us $1. We still have a crap ton of the mop pieces left too. That's not even half of the mop. So, all right, y'all. That's it. I hope you've loved the video and hopefully more direction on how I did this and gave you some extra, different ideas on how you can do it as well. All right. I love you guys. Mwah.